All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello, mate.
Welcome back to the JAFFN. All right. I see you in the live chat. Cheeky live on a Friday. Gotta love a bit of that. And it's all been kicking off. It's all been kicking off, Flav. Lots to talk about. Lots to talk about, young man. Oh dear. Oh dear.
I know what I've got a question for you, Jim.
Go on, mate. Yeah, let's get this out. Let's get this out of the way. I think it's important we talk about this. Go on.
Well, this is something that's been on my mind. You know, it's been a tricky week for me, and I just can't let this go. Right? Is Arteta damaging the Premier League? Like, do we need to deal with him? Like, how do we deal with him? Constantly bringing the game into disrepute, talking to the referees like they're nothing, like their authority means nothing, behaving like a child when they score a last-minute equaliser. Is this? I mean, we need to. What football needs to do something about Mikel Arteta.
Are you?
That's what I want to talk about.
So you want to talk about Mikel Arteta? Feels like you're you might be just sort of dodging the key issue here. That's in the footballing world right now. Of course, we're going to be ranking all the possible Premier League title contenders in what will be a fantastic podcast that mixes the brilliance of football chat and salad cream debate in its most beautiful form.
I got actually some messages from my brothers telling me how to use salad cream.
Really?
I didn't realise they watched the pod. And they went, salad cream, right? This is how you do it. And they mentioned salad cream and beans, which had come up before on the pod. But still not quite sure what to do.
Do you remember that time? So your brothers listened to the pod?
Yeah, apparently so.
Oh, wow. Maybe I should tell that. Do you remember that time when I, one by one, just beat them all up? Just for like banter. That was class.
At the wedding?
Yeah, I was like, you lot, queue up, let's go. And they were like, no, James, I just want to finish off my martini. I went, put your martini down. I'm going to slap you up and teach you a lesson, boy. Yeah, it was good.
Do you remember whether they were questioning whether or not you was actually even a man at the wedding?
Yeah, well, that's what kicked it off. That's what kicked it off. And so I slapped them up one by one.
This is niche.
And the last one, I sort of pointed up at last of your brothers, and I pointed at him, and he was sort of whimpering. And I went, no, come and take your medicine. Yeah.
I'll find out what they have to say about all of this. Yeah. All right, fair enough. Let's not
say nothing. They won't say nothing, mate. They won't say nothing.
I get it. All right, Arteta's probably a couple of days old, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even if he isn't.
Well, I mean, there's obviously this is a great podcast, but the Ripple Effect does have a whole bumper edition on Arsenal. So if you want to go check out that, we can talk about that.
What about a puke-worthy hour that must be?
It was a stunning hour of
no. All right, fair enough. I think another question then I have is, are Everton actually quite good? Because if the 10-point deduction didn't happen, they'd be mid-table. Yeah. They'd be looking up. They'd be looking at European football. Do you know what I mean?
Slapping up Newcastle as well.
Yeah, just giving them a proper dicking.
Yeah, unbelievable.
They did, didn't they? Everton gave Newcastle a proper dicking.
Do you know what? Sean Dyche deserves a little bit of credit here because I got a message from our beloved producer Kai, and he said, "Oh God," I said, "What's wrong?" He said, Seamus Coleman's playing. First game in 7 months up against Anthony Gordon, who we'd done a video on him as well and his fantastic movement. And I went, well, he might be all right. And then he went, oh, God. I was like, what? And he said, Ashley Young's playing centre midfield. Oh, but Sean knows.
Wow.
Dyche knows.
Of course he knows.
I feel like you're dodging some stuff.
Well, just quickly on Sean Dyche. I think there's often a manager gets they get typecast as a certain type of thing. Mm-hmm. And really, typically, managers do the best with what they've got. These are my bunch of players. How do I get the most effective results out of them? And Sean Dyche, apart from one season with Burnley, has been consistent as a Premier League manager with limited tools. Like, what would Pep Guardiola do with Everton?
What would Mikel do with Everton? Because, I mean, that could have been in a different world, in a different life. And I sent you. There's a comment. It's too long to read out all of it, but one moment of it was someone digging out Arteta. He suggested that Arteta is only where he is due to nepotism. So in a different world, Arteta is Everton manager. Could he do it? Could he do it at Everton?
Yeah,
could he do it at Bristol Roar? for example?
It's a good question. It's a good question. Which things that needs to be considered. The thing with Pep Guardiola though is he would look at Everton and go, no chance. I'm never going to take that, and that arrogance is an issue because people herald Pep Guardiola for doing it with every single possible benefit he could have as a manager, and Dyche gets nothing. Just gets taken a piss out of because he ate worms once.
which he didn't, sadly.
He didn't eat the worms. This is it, isn't it? This is what there isn't the same amount of energy in saying that he ate the worms as reminding people that he didn't eat worms. That's not why he sounds the way he sounds.
Got a couple of super chats. One from Rory, who is one of our Moist Slugs. If you want to become a Moist Slug, there's a link in the description. Join the Patreon, which is, as I say, popping off right now. And great mailbags, actually. We did an hour and a half yesterday. It was bloody good fun. Chat about all sorts. But Rory says, what's my name, Flav? Because we did dive into the difficulties of Irish names. If you have got an Irish name that is spelt in a way that is difficult to read, let us know. That's the mailbag for you.
What's his name? I think it's Rory.
Say his name? Good.
Rory or Rowry. That's as close as I'm ever going to get unless you actually tell me how you say your name.
Yeah. Eamon Madden with a super chat as well. Face the issue head on, Flav, and I will have to go to a different scene here because there is an elephant in the room. If you look at your screen, Flav, you'll see it now. Oh. And obviously this is a screenshot taken from a tweet from the fabulous @JLA_FC Twitter account. Everyone watching right now, do us a favour, follow the dream. Okay, follow this account. But yeah, Tottenham, bottom of the form table. Right down the bottom.
This
clinging
is
on
problem.
to dear life, Flav. Clinging on to dear life. So obviously the title is, who are the Premier League contenders? You said on the mailbag yesterday, Tottenham are going to win the title.
We're going to win the league this year. Yeah. Well, it's not even.
Say with your chest.
We're just currently just sort of flying under the radar, I would say. Just floating around, waiting for a moment to strike.
Yeah. Do you know what you did? You flew over the radar and into position, and people were like, what's that? And you went, no, not having that. Get yourself back under the radar. And that's where you are, clever from Ange.
Yeah, look, this is the thing. This is the thing, right? Is if you're flying over the radar, suddenly all the guns are pointing at you. In order to stay alive, you got to evade them by going under the radar.
Very clever.
Right? The guns can't shoot you when you're under the radar.
Yeah,
up there, mate. That is elite.
That is elite mentality from Ange.
What this thing you're saying? What's that? Is that form table? Is it?
That is a form table where you are clearly under the radar and also under Luton, Sheffield United, Burnley and Forest. And Forest of Steve Cooper, who is hanging by a thread, according to mainstream media, although the fan base do seem to be strongly behind him. Good for them.
Yeah, they are behind him, but it kind of just... Do you feel like it feels like it's the end of the road for him? Do you know, weirdly, there's this sort of... Crystal Palace are just going, yeah, please, just sack him so we can have him. It's this weird... Do you know what I mean? Like, there's this sort of coexisting... Yeah, they're going to replace Hodgson with Steve Cooper. Excuse me. Steve Cooper as soon as he's available.
Wow.
Did you not hear this? You're like,
no, I saw
all the time.
I'll be honest. When I see the Steve Cooper getting sacked thing, I kind of just go
zone out.
I zone out because it's rubbish in my head. Now that might swing back round and not be great soon, but I think they'll stick with him. I think football clubs are smarter than they previously were, and that's why there's so few managerial changes right now. And I think Cooper will be just fine.
Even if they go down, he should stay with him.
I think if they go down, then I tell you, it's tricky, isn't it?
But what do they do if they get rid of Cooper? Who are they getting in? What do they do? Just stick with him.
I feel like you're dodging the issue here.
I think he did. I don't think Steve Cooper even wants to stay at Forest.
He wants what's best for Forest. He said. Did you find that interesting? So anyone who missed that, he was saying, are you fighting for your job? I don't think about it like that. And I was like, yeah. I think you do a little bit, Steve. Come on. But I understand what he's trying to put out there, and he's like, it's one of them. It's like it's a bit of martyrdom, which I think is a good move for him. And I'm not saying it's not genuine, but he's saying I just want what's best for the club. Well, we are paying you like probably about 60, 70 grand a week. Yeah, but don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the money.
I think he wants to go to Palace. He wants to go to Palace. That's the thing.
Do you know what's interesting about Steve Cooper is that if they're doing well or if they're doing bad, you know, like some managers look like more. Oh wow, he looks really stressed. Steve looks the same, regardless.
Yeah. Well, what was it? What did they? I don't know who said it. The greatest quote in connection to football that there has ever been made: that Steve Cooper always looks like he's just escaped a headlock. He's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
he always looks like that.
Will he escape the headlock that is Nottingham Forest Football Club? I think that's the question here. But you are bottom of the form table. Come on.
I think it'll be.
How are we? Are we okay with that? And the fact is,
leave by mutual.
Stop talking about other stuff.
All right, let me talk about it. Look, all I would say about that is that the stats tell you absolutely nothing other than one simple fact. Right, but outside of that, there is a lot of grey area that needs to be considered. But you're just presenting me with one fact, and that is currently we're the worst team in the league.
Now, well, okay, so last week I may have titled the podcast in a provocative fashion that may have got some heat for you, and I suggested that Tottenham fans don't care about results. Good title.
Which is not what I said at all.
Come on. Yeah, but that's not what I'm asking.
Firstly,
is it a good title?
It's a great title, which is why I didn't. Yeah, well, this is why I didn't say to you, James, can you change that? People are abusing me.
Yeah.
Not you prick, but James, people are abusing me. Can you change that? And I'm like, no. Look, it's YouTube. You've got to play the game.
That's the game.
I'm willing to take this heat for James Allcott.
Thank you.
The problem is it sounded like all Spurs fans didn't care result, and there are a lot of Spurs fans that are definitely care about what's happening right now, and I'm one of them, 100%. Right. The problem with that bottom of the table and bottom of the form table is why, if that is so significant, do I look at our performances and actually see a future that's very bright?
Okay.
It's just a spell. Like, look, fundamentally, West Ham won last night. They did win, obviously, 2-1. You saw it. They did nothing.
Yeah.
They scored 2 goals.
Right?
And I'm going to say something else to you just quickly. Both those goals were so fucking lucky, in my opinion. Like, Bowen didn't even know where the ball was. And he suddenly looked up and was, oh my God, it's right where I need to kick, right at my right foot. He was spinning around going, where's the ball? Where's the ball? And suddenly, so another, that was unlucky, in my opinion.
Yeah,
we dominated the game again. We play a brand of football that I'm loving. And I understood, and we all understood, that this is going to take time. What the problem was that we were so good at the start of the season when we had all our players. So there was a kind of shifting in expectation. But we are where we're supposed to be, and that's in transition and working out how to play. We would have conceded as many chances playing Conte's football last season as we did last night. And last night, you look at 2 teams and you think one's on the up, and it ain't West Ham.
That's a good point. Okay, a couple of super chats. Alan5 says, much love, lads. Up the smush. What's smush? What team's that? Am I missing?
I like that. I hope he's meant to say Spurs, but said smush.
How is he? Just
paid for it.
Drunk, is he? Fraser Fletcher. Hello, Fraser. This pod has become a staple in my week. Top job. PS Spurs will be fine. Aj had a bad spell at Celtic also. Went on to win everything. There you go.
I liked what Postecoglou said. Thank you, mate, by the way, for that. That's really nice. I like what he said. He said, look, I'm not here to play good football. I'm here to win.
Joey definitely said, look. He definitely said, look, though, didn't he, first? That was look. Like, it might be the nicest, easiest question to go, how you feeling today? Well, look. There's always that moment of like, oh shit,
I've rattled him.
Yeah, and then he says something lovely and like charismatic. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
we're fine.
Look. The thing with Postecoglou is there was 2 things. Things were going really well at the start of the season, and he's been pigeonholed as this lovely, cuddly kind of manager. So there's a condescending there is a lack of respect in how familiar the journalists are with him, in my opinion. There needs to be this barrier, and he's quite good at creating that barrier. but also like obviously the level of expectation and the way the media were treating Spurs in the first part of the season was different. And now that what you go off, if you go on Sky Sports or whatever, it's like saying, do we need to question Nanj? Yeah, of course you need to question Nanj. You have to. You should have been. It should have always been like that. It's not this. He's a football manager like any other. It's just that it's like there was this weird sort of fairy tale glow around him, which needed to go.
Yeah,
for many reasons.
Fair enough. Fergal McClements, £4.99. Thanks, mate.
Fucking hell.
Others gave £5. Shame. How come United never get credit when we beat teams, i.e. Everton? Then they are terrible, but when they beat other teams, maybe they're decent. Chelsea this week. Tricky read that.
Do me a favour.
Read it through first.
Thanks
for the super chat.
The problem, James, is that what Manchester United are and what they're expected to be means that the level of credit they get will be representative directly to the amount of success they achieve. They're supposed to beat teams at home because they spend all of the money. So you're not going to get the credit. You can't have all the money, all the players, and the credit.
There is an epic reframe there, though. And the whole Premier League has been epically reframed with Man City and their woes. It's madness, really. Man City are 4th. Aston Villa are 5th. Outrageous times here. Just quickly with the Tottenham thing, a couple of good comments I got from last week's podcast. And whilst we're looking at the chat here, if you could, let us just know, is Ange in danger here? Has he got to go tonight? Should he go tonight, this evening?
There is no world. We've talked about this. We go back and what do you want me to say? Okay. The same thing I said last week?
I've got a rebuttal to that. Here it comes. Okay. Villa boys, 1, 2, 3 says 14 defeats in a row is fine. That's what you said. 15. You said. So if Spurs lose,
I'm making a point. It's so fucking literal.
Well, so if Spurs lose to Everton at home, Forest, Bournemouth at home, Palace at home, Wolves at home, Everton away again, it'll be fine. I respect Flav, but come on, we don't have to talk some rubbish. You said.
But did you not also hear? So I am going to have to just repeat what I said last week. Right. Okay. So I'm saying that the direction of which Tottenham Hotspur are going in is that the results that we're having are, while frustrating and difficult sometimes to watch, the overall development and adjustment that's taken place in the last few months is one that will see us in a much better situation than we were before. So if we have to take some defeats now, all right, 15 in a row is an extreme. But I was trying to make a point. No one survives in the world survives 15 in a row, do they? I don't think that's ever happened. So that's all. That's all I'm saying. Like in the defeat last night, I look at it and you're like, well, actually, on the grand scheme of things, the performance was fine. We played well. We couldn't. They defended excellently. I'll give them their credit there. Well organised, as you expect from David Moyes. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're moving in the right direction. So. And it's, look, it's mad, isn't it? Like, because the amount of enjoyment, and I appreciate it and respect it, because this is what football fandom's about. The amount of enjoyment and glee people get from Spurs, a team that never wins, doing poorly, it's interesting. That's what I'd say.
Yeah. Do you know what I find hilarious? Alfie Bright, thank you for the super chat. He says, why can't Ange utilise pragmatism ever? But what I find far more funny is underneath, Reese has gone, the chat is turning on the people that are giving a super chat for it being too low on the mountain. Like, he said, $1.99, Alfie. Shameful, really. Oi, Reese, steady. Steady on. Like, I can do it tongue in cheek, and we can kind of get away with it. But you we can't get your tone on that one. Fergal McClements with another $1.99. Oh. Although he's already given a super chat, so it's fine. Fergal says 150 characters, lads. Wasn't expecting the shade. Fuck's sake. Fair enough. Well, George says this. not my words, these are George's words. He says, it's just vibes, but vibes can only get you so far. You're burning too brightly for this to possibly be a sustainable way of operating. It should already be ringing alarm bells that your players are dropping like flies trying to play his style. You all put your fingers in your ears, though, because you're enjoying the vibes. What would it have taken for you to maintain your form? Seriously think about it. You'd need another player of Maddison's quality just waiting on the bench. Another defender with the same quality of Van de Ven and competent backups for the other 15 players that got injured trying to play Ange's style. You're assuming this is all just going to be magically fixed in the transfer windows. Spurs fans are huffing so much hopium right now, and they don't even know it yet.
Opium's quality. I've heard copium, not opium. Look, he's right.
That's good.
Copium, yeah. Hopium's amazing. Look, he's right to a certain extent because I don't think the injuries are directly linked to Ange's style. Like Perisic is an ACL. Solomon played 2 games. Van de Ven was a hamstring injury, but it was a game that was stop and start. So I think over a couple of windows we will be able to address some of these issues. But you saw a fading in the performance at the end of West Ham last night because we played 2 high-intensity games in a few days. And I think the performances towards the end, using the exact same 11 players, did start to suffer.
It is a bit of a madness, though, that the one draw you've got in this 5 is Man City. It's crazy, isn't it, really? The one you wanted to skip.
The Wolves,
learn your lesson there.
Let's not do this. Wolves' performance was awful. All the rest, I'm absolutely comfortable with the performance. I thought we were very, very good in all of them. And if we played them again, the results would be different, but that's just results happen in football.
Just look at the chat again. I don't know what's going on here. No ordinary takes. He just keeps telling us to wash, and there's a thing called soap. He's calling us smelly. I don't really get it.
Nice, is it?
Yeah. Was this because we're doing this early? Is it because we're doing a live stream? 10:25. Can you not shower before 10:25? Bit confused. Let us know. No ordinary takes. Which sounds... Well, I guess that makes sense now. And now I read it out. No ordinary takes. Joe Allen with a bumper £5 super chat. Cheers, Joe. This guy knows. Spurs... Actually, that's horrific. Spurs are scoring early in games regularly with an injury-plagued squad. Get over the injuries and they finish the season how they started it. Top of the league. No, he didn't say top of the league. But, well, let's get to that.
It's fine.
It's fine. Let's have a look at the Premier League table. Because, I mean, still... After going into this, injury-ravaged period, you would have taken that, right? 5th
start
still?
of the season.
Oh, start of the season, yeah.
100%. Yeah.
There's epic reframes absolutely everywhere here.
It is football. Everywhere. It is football.
Because
you're allowed.
Yeah. Because, man, so if you just said, start of the season to, say, Brighton, you're going to be 5 points off Man City after 15 games. You'd have gone, ding dong, happy days.
But would Brighton have taken 5 points off of Champions League after 15 games? Do you think they still would?
Yeah, I think they would. I think they would, actually. I think that's a good point. But so, and you to be 3 points off Man City, forget the position, but to be 3 points off Man City at this stage, when you've had the injuries you've had and you've not won a game in 5, bottom of the form table as previously shown. Like, again, you would have taken that. And then there's Man United. How? They've won 4 of the last 5. Is it time we give Man United a bit of respect? I think I'm so confused.
No, but this is what I'm saying, is you look at the form table and you can have a conversation about it. Apart from the Chelsea game, all of those have been like stumbling 1-0 wins against teams that they should definitely beat. They got very lucky, in my opinion. So, having won 9 and lost 6 after 15 games is not the standard of which Manchester United have become accustomed to, and the adulation their fans expect.
Right. I'm going to have to push back on this.
Based on previous...
I'm going to have to push back on that, because you yourself have previously said that they're not a big club anymore. But now you're using it in a way it's suggesting that because they're a big club, they should be doing better than this. Now, what is it?
It's whatever I want it to be at this moment.
Good point. Alex Pearce, do Spurs hit that magic 40 points this season? What do you reckon? Should be fine.
I think we'll be right.
I think you'll be right. Okay, so Premier League contenders. Brighton, are we cutting them adrift? I think we are, aren't we?
What's for the win the league? Yeah.
To win the league, Brighton would have to go on an outrageous run, and it just isn't. It's not the same this year. 27 goals they've conceded. That's crazy. There's a lot of goals.
It is a lot of goals. They seem to be going through a period of adjustment. And, De Zerbi's come out and said the players are not doing what I asked them to do. There was a game last week that they won, and he said, look, we won, but this essentially there's something wrong. But it wasn't like he was attacking his squad. He was like saying this game didn't play out how I wanted it to go. So, but based on what they have at their disposal, they're still punching well above. It's just, again, that the expectations adjusted. But 5 points off Champions League places after 15 games, with Brighton's squad, as good as they are, that's fair. He's doing right. That's about a par, right?
Yeah, I agree. I thought they would do a little bit better. I think this is important to look at. Is those Premier League injuries? That was another thing I saw in the comments as well. People going,
like in Newcastle, man, it's unreal.
You're behaving like you're the only team without injuries, and actually, Newcastle 13 injuries.
I'm not.
Brentford 10. Brentford 10. When are you gonna start talking about them?
I can't give a shit about Brentford or Newcastle. Their plights. I'm just saying, Spurs. That's what's affecting us. It's also affecting Newcastle and Brentford. But why? If I'm talking about Spurs, why am I referring? Oh, by the way, everything. I know we've got injuries, but everybody has injuries.
Yeah.
Am I going to say that?
Yeah.
So I'll say that. All right, okay. So every time I reference Spurs' injuries, I also have to mention that Brentford and Newcastle also have lots of injuries.
I think the full stop on that comment is you've got to go, but the whole league has, so let's just get on with it. Stop making excuses.
Yeah, but if people are asking me questions of what's wrong at Spurs, how can I not? Can I just ignore the fact then that we have injuries?
I think
don't ask me the question if you don't want to talk about it. Then don't ask the question about why we're. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear that. Okay.
Newcastle.
Go on. Are they Premier League contenders? Are they Premier League contenders? If they get all these players back and they're still in the hunt, they are 10 points off.
No, I don't think they are. And no, they're not. They're not because they're so far, despite how good Eddie Howe has done and, the amount of injuries in the same way that Spurs are not, there's a chasm between them and Arsenal, and even them and Man City at this stage. Over time, with their finances, they will be in a better position. A couple of transfer windows. We might be talking about Newcastle as legitimate title challengers, but their situation right now, their injuries they're worse than Spurs is. Right, if that helps people with the agenda.
I think it's important to say.
Yeah, and they're still performing well, barring that result against Everton. But they're playing a lot of football. They're playing European football on top of the injuries, with a squad that's not used to it. Losing Tonali to a betting scandal, their luck has been insanely bad.
Did they know? Did AC Milan know?
Who knows? But yes, of course they fucking knew.
It did seem odd at the time, didn't it? It did seem odd at the time.
Do you want,
I thought he was going to be there forever, and they seem quite happy to sell him now.
Yeah, just ring. Hi, is that Newcastle? Yeah, it's AC Milan here. Have you heard of Tonali? Yeah, well, obviously, but I thought he was like a boyhood club, stalwart of the club.
Yeah. It's not going to be even you. You just had Champions League semi-final.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, no, he's great. He is great. Yeah, but would you want him? Do your price.
Really?
Pack that up for you. Get that wrapped up for you.
What, really? Yeah, go on, man. Yeah, all right.
Wow, yeah. He's like, can you, actually, he's gone, can you just go, guys, AC Milan are going to sell us Tonali. What? Not sure we even want him, do we? What? But he's a one-club man. I know. So I best get this sorted. Yeah, all right.
He's coming to Newcastle. And the thing is, when he turns up at Newcastle, James, and he looks around and goes, fucking hell, I wish I wouldn't put these things on. Look where I am.
You can see it on his face, can you?
And he rings like, do I really have to go? And they're like, well, you shouldn't have done the betting, should you? Yeah. So yes, you do. Off you pop.
Shouldn't have been GAMBLINGing, should you?
Anyway,
Did
you spell that out because of the
because you didn't want didn't want to get caught out. No, I'm not that bothered. Didn't want to get caught out by the police or whatever. Right, Phil Boggild, my guy, with a flexi £5 1p. Clever.
Instead of all these £5 super chats, can you become Patreon so I see some of this money? Because James doesn't. I don't get any of this shit. James just keeps it.
Oh, you could have said that at the end, couldn't you? Just pledging my loyalty to the two succulent kings of YouTube football content. We are not worthy. Cheers, Phil. I just thought about yesterday.
Big praise.
The mailbag yesterday. We were talking about the that the stuffing. Can you see? Take too long to explain. Joe Allen feeling noshy with a £10 super chat, just saying feeling noshy. Can I ask?
Guys, can I just say, have you got the money to keep chucking?
Yeah.
Because I know it's £10 excessive. Is it, Jim? I'm sorry. I know this is your.
Well, no, yeah, I've got. I mean, look, hey, just
make sure you've got the money. Don't leave yourself fucking short.
Again, just become a patron. Far smarter move, guys. You get so much more for it. Over 133 now mailbags. Bit of a power move, says Tom Martin. I agree. Fergal McClements, who's actually been hard done by here, because Fergal McClements could have just dropped a big old 16 quidder, but instead he's given 3 5-quidders, and actually I think it was a $4.99, and actually I think he got stung by that by the comments. So it's been a difficult time for him. Wanted to give £5, but YouTube doesn't let me. James, do a deep dive into injury vid, mate. We are trying. We're really trying to get a physio, but we're finding it quite difficult.
Didn't you speak to one, the doctor?
Yeah, we did, but we want to get someone who's a touch more closer to it. That's what we want.
Right.
Is it more than norm? It's a lot more. It's a hell of a lot more for sure. So we want to talk to a kind of someone who's in the middle of it. Okay. Anyway, so in the chat, what I would like to know, yes or no, Newcastle United, are they Premier League contenders? You're going with a firm no, Flav, it would seem.
Yeah, I think the challenges are too great for them.
I'm going to still say yes, just. I don't really know how. I don't see Arsenal or Liverpool falling away in any way. So it's about kind of sticking with them and then Man City going a bit of a march. So it does feel like it's tricky. But Liverpool had a couple of injuries. Arsenal had a couple of injuries or difficult moments. Then I'm going to let them just sneak in for now. That's all right. We move on. Man United, a point ahead of Newcastle, who pumped them a week ago. It is amazing. Just to be fair, it is crazy that they're there and that they're getting so much heat. They are like Newcastle are still kind of the darlings of a lot of media people. But Man United have got a lot of heat this year. A lot of heat. But they have been able to get the points. So surely the points do matter. And, especially after the vitriol you received last week at the title, maybe points do matter.
Obviously, the be-all and end-all of points, but there's a one way to get to 27 points and another way. And depending on where you're at, it's like, if I think Spurs were in a similar position last year with Conte, fifth, 27 points around that, and utterly miserable. And we're in the same position this year, and we're ecstatic. So it's about how you go about achieving what you've achieved. And I think even Man United fans, some of the ones that were really staunchly behind Ten Hag, when they lost the other week, suddenly things started to falter. No one is going to give any Manchester United, Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham, any of these big clubs with all the advantages that they have, any credit that they don't deserve. So Man United can't be asking for leniency in the criticism or false praise, because they're Manchester United and they have all of the good stuff. And I would even include, like I said, include Tottenham in that. Any of the big 6, 7 who have all the financial advantages.
And tried to leave and tried to create a Super League. Scumbags.
Yeah, can't then go, oh no, well actually we want more credit than you're giving us. Fuck off.
Yeah. I think I like that people are finding the nuance in it. I like to temperature check. Where will Man United finish, guys? I'm intrigued to know where everyone finished. I obviously I don't see them. Do you?
Yeah.
If you go on the performances, that's a completely fair shout. Brighton would have to finish above them, although they're only 2 points off them.
West Ham are 3 points off them.
Yeah, crazy. Could definitely happen. Holy shit. Rory, you nutcase. Right, that's it now. Calm down. That is enough.
What's he done?
I'm banning super chats now. That's enough. That's enough. No more. Reece, Jim, you ignored my 79p super chat. Well, there you go. Power move from you. Yeah. Well, yeah. Reece. Reece, who had a go at someone else with the £2 one. Alex, I already subbed to the Fighting Cock, so this is Jim's only. Can't buy my mum a Christmas gift now. Thanks, chat. Well, you've succumbed to beer pressure there. Shame on you. Rory with €23.99 euros. What is going on? Oh, just because I can't make the live show, which doesn't cost that much for a ticket, and you would have got a free pint.
It's free.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot, Rory. You're an idiot. And Jam, QPR will win a league title before Man United. Right, that's it now. No more super chats. Tottenham.
Looking forward to the weekend?
Am I looking forward to the weekend? Am I looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Back-to-back victories and a home game against Hull City. Yeah, I think I am.
Mate,
it's going to be. Mate, Hull City's tough though. They're good. They're actually very good.
Yeah, you're good.
That's a good point. Very good point. Well made.
Yeah.
Three. If we go in 3 on the spin, 2 home games on the trot.
Before he came in, Jim, you were thinking we could go down. You were convinced. Actually, you were already thinking about League One football.
Mate, I can't see us winning, but I tell you, I'd take a draw.
but you was though, wasn't you? You was thinking about League One football.
It was over. We're finished. Now look at us. Right, we've got to stay on course here because we've got Ainsley in the wild. An unbelievable Ainsley in the wild, actually, by the way.
Really?
I do want to.
Well, no, I think I might have seen it.
Have you?
Well, I've seen one that was on Twitter, and it was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, sugar! Yeah, we got to. We got to break that down as well. Right. Let's quickly get this. Right, who are the Premier League contenders? Just so everyone's happy. Right. So Man United are not.
No, not nor Spurs. Although I do think we'll finish the season really, really strongly. Manchester City, we could easily win every game for the rest of the season. That could happen. Yeah. They don't look great, but with Rodri back now, I think that they are obviously still in the title race. Obviously, without question.
I got absolutely done by Villa. Absolutely destroyed them. But they did have 5 centre-backs on.
Do you write them off?
Mate, I said on this podcast, Villa could finish second. I absolutely stand by that.
You did say that.
I think sometimes until you've seen it with players, then they're not kind of put in that standing, and so no one kind of gives them the credit they deserve.
Absolutely.
Aston Villa have a squad that is as good as Tottenham's, better than Man United's. Like if you do the combined 11, you'll sadly never see is Aston Villa versus Man United. Aston Villa versus Man United in a combined 11. Aston Villa absolutely trounced them with that. Trounced them with that.
8-9,
mate. I mean, we could do
8
it. We'll do it next week or whatever it is. But like, there's
loads.
Right, goalie, centre forward.
I've had enough of combined 11s, but I'd be well up for doing a Villa Man United combined 11 for sure.
Mate, that gets ugly for Man United. For sure.
Look, Manchester City, just to draw a line under them, they could win the league, and they're always in it. What's quite interesting is there seems to be a shift in what he's trying to do, Pep Guardiola, and it may be that a transitional season is what he's experiencing. But I think obviously be there. Villa, obviously, history would tell us that Villa won't do it, but right now, yes, they're in a title challenge.
Mate, Villa are in there. Do you know what as well? Because agreed. They got pumped by Newcastle. They got pumped by Newcastle away. They got to play Newcastle at home. Got to remember this stuff. Their home form is a joke.
The victory and the nature of the victory against Manchester City would change the conversation around what they're capable of completely.
Yeah, and
It was impressive. If
do
they
you
beat
know what
Arsenal, if they beat Arsenal this weekend, then you're looking at a title challenging side.
Could they? What will happen with Villa? This is what will happen with Villa. Is they'll be on this incredible run, and then the sort of run and the pressure will kind of eat them up a little bit in around January, maybe February. They'll just get a little bit tense.
Every game becomes like, we're not now.
Got to win that one. We've got to win that one. Yeah,
we've got to win them. You have to win them, and then the football becomes less fun.
We ain't won that game.
Nothing. Arsenal in it. I'm not sure they are because going life and death with Luton Town. I don't know. Is that?
I mean, is that a sign of a Premier League contender? Same happened to Liverpool.
Kenilworth Road, eh? No one talks about fucking Luton Town.
They've got Man City at the weekend. As well.
They've had some bloody good results at Kenilworth. I mean, even that loss to Arsenal was super unfortunate. They played really well, Luton. Much more impressive than I thought they were going to be. But yeah, Liverpool and Arsenal, they're
proper in there. They're proper in there now, and they're starting to believe. Man City need to sort of turn it on a little bit. Liverpool have had a lot of sort of tight games, but they win all those games. They have found the answers time and again. Arsenal, same thing. It's exciting. The belief percentage on Arsenal and Villa has gone up. Arsenal, Liverpool, and Villa obviously as well has gone up significantly. Whereas I think
it's because
4 or 5 weeks ago it was yeah, of course. Man City have kind of fallen away a little bit. I think Pep's going to do something pretty wild soon because he needs to find a way of winning games without Rodri. That's a problem.
Do you know what? They get what they fucking deserve, Manchester City, because they have the gall to sell first team players to their rivals and think it won't affect them. Cole Palmer's goal against Manchester City United. Like, people are going, and I think this isn't a mad statement, but people are saying, I put a tweet saying, like, why did they sell Cole Palmer? And the response pretty much was, well, because of financial fair play, they had to. They could have. They found themselves in a situation where they had to sell him. And go, well, we got Bernardo Silva, we got Foden. Do you think Cole Palmer's ceiling isn't as high as Foden's? I think it is.
Do you think it's as high as Phil Foden? I think they're very different players. I think
their impact on the side, the response, Jim, the response I got from asking why they should have sold him was that they had Phil Foden. That was the response. So that's why I'm asking: is his ceiling as high as Phil Foden's? The answer is possibly yes. Don't sell him to Chelsea. He's too good. You've made them too good.
I mean,
selling Zivchenko and Jesus to Arsenal.
Financial fair play. 3 cheers for Man City for playing by the rules. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Oscar Bob, isn't it? Oscar Bob on his way.
They've engineered a situation where they are strengthening their rivals, whether it's financial fair play or not. There's an arrogance to it, in my opinion.
I think the important thing is that we're going to stop talking about football now. Okay. Right. Ainsley's in the Wild. This actually first one is from Josh, and this is the winner of the Jim Big Laugh Award this week. By the way, if you are all new to the podcast, please do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're actually like under 3k away from 300k.
Fucking hell, that's good.
But I don't think we're going to get there before the end of the year, which is really a bit heartbreaking. But anyway, so yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, just go and click the button. What was that? What was that tone about?
Well, because you're just fucking steeped in success.
I want the 3.
Like, look how great you're doing. I know you do. You'll get it, but you don't have to get it before Christmas. It doesn't mean less.
Does it not?
Look,
it feels like it will. Do you know? It feels like it actually will. It's a bit of a shame.
What a Christmas present it would be for James if he gets to 300k.
Yeah, sorry, that feels a bit beggy, but I was just that is weird, isn't it? Thank you. You've set me straight there because it's ridiculous. Okay, Josh Richardson. Not entirely related to the Angley Harriet celebration, but I thought I'd mention my stepsister had 2 kids, a boy called Ainsley and a girl called Harriet. She claims she's never heard of him. I'm not convinced. Ainsley and Harriet. You've had a mare. You've had an absolute mare. What are you doing?
Never heard of him. I reckon obviously she has heard of him, but she hasn't realised till after the fact and gone, oh no.
Adolf, come on. Hitler, come on. Yeah, have you met my two kids? Yes, Adolf Hitler. Okay.
You've got to be strong. You've got to be a very kind of strong person to go, I do really like the name Adolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but you're really going to do that to your kid? I know it's a little bit sort of tetchy, but I do like the name.
There was a girl I knew at school, and her dad was called Adolf. And I thought, your dad? Like, that's even closer to the, when, Adolf, we don't hear Adolf Hitler's name as much as we used to, which I presume is, a good thing overall, though we must never forget, of course. But the fact that he went, yeah, I'm going to go with Adolf. No, it'll pass. It's quite a charged name. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. No one will remember it in a couple of years. Yeah. Celtic 69. Thanks for reading my Ainsley story. This was a Ready Steady Cuck last week. If you haven't checked out last week's podcast, and our top comment was, "This is one of the best podcast episodes in recent memory." So if you enjoyed last week, that's great. But if you haven't seen it, go check it out.
It was good.
He said, I think the best possible option going forward is to now film myself doing the Ainsley at Christmas dinner with them both as I stare at my dad and ask if he remembers Ready, Steady, Cutgate. Unlike their marriage, we can only move forwards.
Please make that a reality.
Okay.
What greater thing on Christmas Day if there were just an absolute tsunami of Christmas Day Angley Harriet celebrations during Christmas dinner.
I think you said this last week, and I think we should really work towards just an epic Christmas Day of Ainsley's everywhere.
Yeah, we use a hashtag. The hashtag still a thing?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
What
okay.
hashtag we use?
Let me showcase some.
We'll come up with a plan. We'll come up with a plan.
Let me showcase some belters. Oh, brilliant! I found it. So, right, this is Daniel Orchard. We're going to work in order. These are 3 utterly brilliant Ainsley Harriet celebrations.
I've never seen these. I'm so excited.
Exactly. You thought it was over. It's just getting started, guys. Because what we're really seeing now is people doing it in the wild and kind of like undercover. So first up, we've got Daniel Orchard. Let me just show you Daniel Orchard here. So here's Daniel. I might have to just unmute. Yeah. Okay. So Daniel said, "Hi Jim, loving the pod. Here's my Ainsley attempt from a gig the other night. It's a Christmas gig. See if you can spot him." There he is.
That's amazing.
Great Daily. Quite a punchy sauce there, I think, from Ainsley. Really digged into it.
It's thrusting as well.
Good pan away. Great camera work. Really good pan away. Really happy with that. Whilst the rest, everyone else is just cracking on with their Christmas do. Great stuff.
That is top drawer.
Good stuff, Daniel. Now, this, I can't say it's my favourite, and I think at some point we're going to have to do like a top 10 or something. But this is unbelievable. So this is Josh Barnes. Now, Josh Barnes does the bulletins for Greatest Hits Norfolk and North Suffolk. So, and he said, I can't say there's anyone in the room, Jim, but there should be over 100k listening. Right. This is ace. I loved it. I've watched this quite a few times. And obviously the voice that you'll hear on the radio. So this goes out on radio, right? He does the bulletins, right? Here we go. Listen.
Rainy spells are expected across Norfolk and North Suffolk today with temperatures up to 5 degrees. That's the latest. I'm Josh Barnes.
That's amazing.
It's so good. So it really is hidden. Really hidden.
It's the composure to do his job.
Yeah.
While on his own, he set up a camera and go, this is going to be great. And if you hear it, listen to it back, it goes up slightly. I think he kind of...
Spells are expected across Norfolk and North Suffolk today with temperatures up to 5 degrees. That's the latest. I'm Josh Barnes.
I think overall he keeps it together. There is this.
He does.
Is laced with excitement. If you really right at the start, because he's jiggling a bit as well. He's not staying still, so maybe his heart rate's up just a little bit. But yeah, here we go.
Unreal.
Spells
That's
are
quality.
expected across Norfolk and North Suffolk.
Norfolk,
today.
yes, Norfolk.
Five
When he says Norfolk.
That's the latest.
That's the latest on Josh Barnes. Great work from Joshy Barnes.
Unreal, Josh Barnes.
Love
Quality work, son.
But somehow, guys, now I don't know if everyone's seen this on Twitter. I presume you have. But Flav, what did you request last week?
Well, what I requested, I thought it'd be fantastic if it's when you do an Ainsley and no one knows what the hell is going on. So if you happen to be in your front room and you just pull out an Ainsley in front of your missus, how is she going to react, and can you catch that on camera? Someone nailed it.
Okay, so yes, this is Will Hester. Utterly superb, and also the replies after are amazing. And there's the one where it's the Love Actually. Have you ever seen Love Actually, where there's the guy who fancies his best mate's Mrs. Keira Knightley, and then he tells her with the cards, and she sees it, and then he walks off, and he goes, "That's enough. That's enough now." and someone took that video and put that under there. Stop now. It was like, stop now. Stop now.
Stop.
That's enough now. yeah. And so that's what people saw of this. So Flav said, importantly, don't tell them what's going on. See what their reaction is like. This is Will Hester. And hopefully you can see his girlfriend's look here. Here we go. Good luck. Good luck, everyone.
All right, ready?
So confused.
What are you doing? No.
Do you like that?
Right. Okay, let's break this down. So I think this is a guaranteed 2 watcher, because great for retention as well, if you are trying to get this out there. Because first of all, the audacity is amazing. The setup, I love. The angle of the camera, superb. The framing, well done. And now he's got the missus here. One thing I would like to say, so either you watch the missus or you watch Will.
Well, can I just say, I've watched it about 200 times.
Right.
And I've seen everything. I know everything.
Okay. Right, I'm just going to make sure you can see Will's girlfriend here. So if we focus on Will for a second, the girlfriend for a second, and then we'll enjoy the Ainsley. There's a moment where she is a gasp. And you can hear her go... something like that. Now listen closely, okay?
All right, ready?
You keep flinching.
There. Yeah. Yeah, she went,
What are you doing?
I think she's salivating.
No.
She is that for me? That's the peak. Do you like that? No?
Look at him. Look, she doesn't know as well. She doesn't know about the camera, as you can tell. It's great work from Will. And yeah, just to break down what Will's doing here. True commitment. She's amazing. I love how the saucepan comes out. Ready? That was important as well. Throw the jumper in her face. Yeah, make it sexy if you can. Out. Just whip that out. That's sort of tucked in his back, round his back, isn't it? He's gone. Whoo.
Yeah.
Takes his time there. Takes a pause there. That's amazing. Takes a pause there.
Will, what?
Will, what?
What are you doing? No.
Do you like that?
Amazing. No, you don't. Oh.
Amazing.
Well done.
Brilliant.
Stunning work. Proud of you.
Sensational.
More.
Only been seen by 150,000 people.
150k. Ouch.
That's more views than I could put work into a video and not get 150k. Like, you've just nailed it. Beautiful.
Catherine says I feel for her. I mean, she's lucky. I think she's lucky. Right. What have we got here?
Great work.
There's a great comment here about Arteta, which would I kind of just wanted to hear your take on it. You haven't got to say much because I know we've got a lot of time. Matthew Millington King, Arsenal fan, love Arteta. We're in a different stratosphere to the one he found us in. Reverse the culture and trajectory in a relatively short time. He's been backed, not to extraordinary levels, and hardly wasted any of it. It winds everybody up. He likes to play nice football, but is happy to compromise when required to keep us evolving and moving upwards. A former club captain just to sweeten the deal. Do not be fooled by a silly minority who went early on abandoning him during 2021 and are too proud to reverse it. Does that go through you? Does that go through you a bit?
No, look. Let me be honest. There are some good points to what he's made, and I appreciate if it was the other way around and Spurs were in that situation, I would absolutely love him, like winding everybody up and being an arsehole. But he's been back to an excessive degree. Like that, they're the only club pretty much, apart them and Man United, that have done that in the last 5 years.
Okay. Daring and doing. I think this might be Will. Next, I'll do it at Christmas in front of my granddad. At Christmas, he's always calling me a fat lump. Okay. I'm not. Yeah, we're not calling you a fat lump. Great. You look great. Okay. Emasculated George.
Fat lump.
George said, on the mixture of piss etiquette and power moves, now Flav spoke about last week about how Robbie dominated a toilet by going for the middle cubicle.
There were 3 urinals. He took the middle. Where was I going to go? He's a big lad as well, Robbie. Yeah. There wasn't a huge amount of room. So I had to go to a cubicle. Got absolutely fucking well put him up a place.
Yeah. So on the mixture of that and power moves, I was in a pub before Arsenal versus Lens match where I walked into the toilet to be met with a man stood in the middle one of 3 urinals whilst being the only one in here. Yeah, it's wrong. The thing that shocked me most was that he had his hands on his hips and a lean back that would almost obstruct my path to the urinal that I needed. I already felt inferior. However, when I initiated the customary look down that we have all agreed must be done, however ashamed you are of it, that only crushed my self-esteem further. I then left him to have his quiet time, or whatever it was.
Amazing.
Poor George. All right, and finish off with a bit of condiment chat, obviously. Mayo versus mayo and butter has now become mayo versus mayo and butter versus salad cream, after Flav brought that up last week. Final nail in the coffin for me with the mayo versus mayo and butter. Mayo can't go with butter, end of story. This is Casey. They're too similar. We don't need 2 Sergio Busquets in one team. Let mayo, or preferred sauce, be the glue of the team and let the rest of the team shine. Adding butter to that is like spamming A on pro clubs and losing the ball all of the time. Trying to be the spotlight instead of being a humble player like Busquets who gets the job done. If you like butter in a sandwich, brackets, taste buds of a child, that's fine, but don't add the 2. Good point.
That isn't a good point. He's in the minority, and you're just because you're agreeing with him.
Strong point.
You've
strong
put it
point.
there.
Strong
It's
point.
not. Everybody starts. You start regardless of what goes in. Putting butter on a bread for a sandwich. Everyone starts. The first thing you do is butter the bread. First thing.
First thing you do. That's mayo.
You get 2 slices of bread out, and the first thing you do after you have all the ingredients is butter the bread.
Okay. Right, salad cream. Now, okay. First of all, I'll lead up to the most passionate response, which came from Mark. Kennedy said, "Salad cream, spelt CREME, is better than mayo for egg or tuna. I will die on that hill and still call it egg mayo and tuna mayo." So a lot of people are saying tuna. Salad cream and tuna is the one, apparently. I'm not going anywhere near salad cream. I'm sorry. There's just no way.
Never.
Do you know? Because sometimes I'll try this because, like, it clearly is like a high level food, like olives or hummus, right? You got to make your way and give it a go, right? Salad cream, you don't need to be doing that.
Yeah, people are saying tuna pasta.
A lot of people saying tuna. So 2 people said that. Also, salad cream might be seen as imprisoned by its own name, but I 50-50 it with mayo in a tuna or egg mayo sandwich. Rules are
You
there
know
to be
what?
broken. Secret ingredient.
Yeah, when I make pasta, when I make a potato salad, I'll use salad cream and mayo.
Potato
That's
salad.
where I use.
Bit of zing.
where I
Bit of
use.
zing. Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, and then what a little chop.
But so Kenny said salad creme, and you and Dixon, bit of a Freudian slip maybe there. He said salad crime, because it is a crime. But yeah, a lot of people. Some people wanted to defend it, but the most passionate.
But I'm just wondering,
Go on.
is there anyone out there actually putting salad cream on a salad? Like they're actually just going like that all over. All over an actual just a bowl of salad. Is that because I've never seen that happen in my life? I've never seen anyone do that.
Not since 1954. I don't think that's happened.
But you wouldn't have had the amount of condiments available to you back then. So you're just like, well, salad cream, this is what we use. But you don't have to do that. It's still branded as salad cream. Is anyone out there bunging it all over lettuce?
It's like, yeah. But the most passionate was Mark. He said, "Gammon, boys! Salad cream with gammon! It's epic!"
Is it?
There you go. I do need to quickly just deal with the turkey fish. You said custard creams are way more basic than rich teas. What the fuck are you on about?
That doesn't make any fucking sense, mate.
You're a fucking idiot, mate. At least you can dunk them in tea. You can dunk custard creams in tea. You do it quickly, and it's amazing. It's like it's melted. What psycho goes into a shop and buys custard creams by choice? Turkey, 4-week ban.
Look, I'm not a big defender of the custard cream. I would never consciously go, yes, I'm going to have myself a nice custard cream or buy some from the shop. Same like bourbons as well. They aren't for me. But I would never ever put a rich tea above any other biscuit.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't taste of anything. It's shit.
Christ. Right, quick question for everyone in the chat: rich tea or custard cream? Write it in the chat right now, please. I need to know that. I need to know.
Anyone says, I know, it's important to know.
See, that's why I'm asking this question. That's why I'm asking this question, because Thomas Martin has just said custard creams are elite. So see, I can trust people that like custard creams. So right, Cameron Spooner.
They're not elite.
Right. Thank you. Right. Anyone, and in particular, so 4-week ban for turkey fish, you weirdo. Cameron Spooner. Yeah. What are you on about, Cameron Spooner? That's worse than what he said. Rich teas dunk better than any. What are you on about?
What's that guy's name?
Cameron Spooner.
I hate your fucking guts.
What are you on about? That is the worst take I've ever seen. 8-week ban. We'll see you in 2024.
A rich tea dunks better than a hobnob. No chance.
Rich tea doesn't dip better than anything. It doesn't taste of anything once you've dipped it. If you dip a custard cream in, then you've got you've got a lovely melted, creamy bit. Oh my word! What are you on about? Right, finish off. Condiments as footballers. We've got an 11, and I'll run through it super quick. Condiments as footballers. Darwin Núñez is some chili sauce of unknown origin in one of those refillable plastic bottles at the burger van. It's exotic, it's enticing, but it's a gamble. It could lead to either one of the best scrans of your life or debilitating diarrhea. Have you? I would love to know if any Liverpool fans have got diarrhea from Darwin Núñez. Be interesting to know. Oh, Sam's here. The originator of the Samism. Sam from United People's TV.
What's Sam Peoples?
Hot drinks are shit. He's just come in to say that, has he? Hot drinks are shit.
Hot drinks are shit. All hot drinks. That makes complete sense. Sam's just smashing fizzy lemonade.
Just tapping. Hot drinks are shit. I want to contribute. Hot drinks are shit.
That is funny. All hot drinks are shit. Do you drink more hot drinks or cold drinks?
More hot drinks.
Through the day.
Yeah, by a mile, by an absolute mile.
Well, how many litres of hot drink are you having a day? What's that? You've got a little jug there, Jim. What's that little jug?
Yeah. I love
and that's full of
if
coffee.
If I'm coming up for a while, then I'll have a whole cafetiere of coffee.
That's a litre.
Get it all kicking off. Yeah, Sam, Sam. I wish you could come into our Discord so you could say your epic line from years back, because it is a Friday. It is on Friday. Good.
Does he have it?
Good feelings all round.
Happy feelings. All
feelings.
round.
I always get it wrong. Anyway, if you know, you know. Doesn't matter. Right. Thomas Martin with a quick fire one, which is players. Hang on, let me unmute my WhatsApp. Is that him? No, it's not. Okay. What are we doing? Mute. Right, here we go. So, Condiment FC. Manager Antonio Conte is wasabi. Hard, direct, can turn against you. Goalkeeper Nigel Martin, garlic mayo. Never lets you down. Always saves the day. Right back, Carl Walker, Tabasco. Fast, out of the bottle. Runny. Centre back, Virgil van Dijk, ketchup. Very successful and popular, but not the best ever, like many people say. Ooh, Tommy. Second centre back, John Terry, horseradish. Solid, dependable, but can be offensive. Left back, Ashley Cole, barbecue. One of the best ever in his position. It's only left back, but every team still needs one. Good. DM, Sergio Busquets, blue cheese sauce. Underrated amongst his peers. The one least talked about, an acquired taste.
Okay.
Alongside him in centre midfield, Roy Keane, vinegar, sour, can be abrasive in large quantities. Attacking midfield, Frank Lampard, hot sauce. Has a strong kick, but can be poorly managed. Because he can't manage. Good. Left wing, Thierry Henry, French mustard, va-va-voom. Right wing, Cristiano Ronaldo, pesto. Tasty, but thinks he's better than you. That is true. Pesto is tasty, but it does seem to think it's better than me. And striker Michael Owen is chocolate sauce. It's a great finisher, but you never want too much of him. Can get sickly. Great work.
Yeah.
Do you know what? There's a second 11 here from Mike Bird, which is very good, but I'm going to leave it with Tom because I don't think we'll be doing better than that. Well done. And there you have another podcast. The JAFFN podcast. Thank you very much for all your super chats, guys. That was great. I'll be pocketing that. Buzzing. But if you would like to give Flav some money, then
I don't want it. I want you to give me the money.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll do that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, I will.
Over the years, it must be a substantial amount of money.
Yeah, and that will make its way to you.
Tell you what, you just buy your son something nice for Christmas.
Okay, I will. Okay, I definitely will. Right, right, guys. Have a great weekend. Yeah, if you do want to join us on the Patreon, it's £4 or something like that. We've got our live show coming up. It is sold out, so thank you everyone. Apparently it's sold out. The last few tickets sold out within an hour of the podcast going live, which is amazing. It's just the start of the live show, so come be a part of it. Come have a pint with us. It's going to be great fun. And we've got some exciting ideas for the podcast as well. So yeah.
Jobs, basically.
Yeah. And we will be doing an Angley Harriet celebration off. So if you have a ticket and you're up for that, DM me because I can put you in the running. It's going to be good fun. Right, guys.